Welcome to Durmitor National Park. I've hiked about an hour away from Black Lake, and I'm on a hike that's called the Ice Cave Hike. My goal is to get out of this forest and get into the mountainous Alps here and get some views. The forest has been great though, especially since it's kind of warm. Get a nice shade and there's a nice breeze today, so lucking out in that way, but it's getting pretty steep. And yes, these are the Alps. Montenegro has Alps. They're called the Durmitor Alps. And wow, got lucky. Started this video right when I'm starting to come out of the forest here. The trail is pretty well marked. You've got these marks here. Woo! Windy up here. Whoa! Look at that. All right. So, if you go to the Alps in France or Italy or Germany or Austria, you're probably gonna pay, or Switzerland, you're probably gonna pay like 4 or 5 times the price. I'm paying 40 euros a night for a full chalet here. Looks like the Alps to me. So, I'm paying 40 euros a night for a full chalet to myself, kitchen, bathroom, big queen bed, everything to myself. I'm about a 10-minute walk outside the main town of Zabrze down there, and really like it here. You can just go swim in the Black Lake if you want. You have great views from there, and there's all sorts of hikes starting from the Black Lake, which is the entrance to Durmitor National Park here. Oh boy. Oh yeah. I'm not sure what makes Alps Alps, if there's some technical definition. You know, I've been to the French Alps, I've been to the Italian Alps, and yes, they're fantastic. But these are about equal, I would say. Not sure if I'm going to make it to this ice cave. Just see how I feel. I have no pride in the game here. Just want to have a nice hike in the mountains. So we're done. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. Hello. All right, time to check the phone map. So before doing any hike, I highly recommend downloading the offline map app, maps.me, and then downloading the local map. It's super helpful, especially for hikes. It's not the same as like an offline Google map. You can't do directions in Google Maps offline, which is really you know, a problem. So this one, it gives me directions, lets me know exactly where I'm at, and just gives me peace of mind that I know where I'm at. So there was just a sign there for something I didn't know about, and just gonna check the map and make sure we're on the right path here. So just walked 10 minutes in the wrong direction according to my phone here, but I'm not really 100% sure. So so there's more information on the ground here, but you can barely read it. Dang it. So I walked back even further, and I guess I passed this sign without even knowing it. And that's what I'm looking for, the Dina Pacina. It says it's 2 more hours. It's already like 2 o'clock. Probably won't do the whole top, but anyway, this is the right way finally, so that's always peace of mind. The views are going to get crazy because I'm going to go up that, and we're going to be looking at all these mountains from even higher up, so let's get walking. Woohoo! Wow! It's windy up here. Just ran into a Russian guy that lives in Dubai. He's here visiting, and he just did the ice cave, and he said yes, it probably is about 2 hours from here, and he said it's really challenging. It's 2 o'clock now. Sun goes down at 8:20. I'm definitely going to be in my chalet well before 8:20, so but either way, it's already a win. I mean, this is just absolutely beautiful up here. I have 3 liters of water left. I already drank a half liter, and that should be enough. And next time I find a shady spot, I'm gonna have one of my sandwiches and some leftover boiled potatoes, which have big energy. When you think of the Alps, this is what you think about. Just need that cow to walk by with the cowbell, and then have some Swiss chocolate back at the chalet, and the mission will be complete. Whew, wow. And I have to say, the trail is not super well kept. Some lightweight pants probably would have been better, but it's pretty warm out, so there are nettles and things, but I haven't had anything bad happen yet. So definitely could use some trail maintenance here, but and so if I didn't have this map online, I would have made that mistake. It was my fault. I passed a sign that told me which direction to go and went the wrong way, but having that map on my phone, I think it's just essential at this point, because you could easily be on this trail and be like, man, it's not very well kept, and start doubting yourself, like if you're going the right way. Still in kind of semi-forest here with these pine trees, but pretty sure we're gonna pop out pretty quick here. So it might be a good idea to have lunch soon while there is some shade around. Let's have a look behind here. All right. Just me and the birds right now. All right. Haven't found that dream lunch spot yet, but came to a little mini peak here. You can see Black Lake down below there. That's the starting point to the hike. And in the background you can see the little town of Zabzlak, which is where everyone's sleeping or camping while they're here, most likely. So I can see the beginning of another peak over there. So the views are gonna get more and more impressive. Just need to find a little shade for that lunch spot and have a little recharge session, and then decide if I'm going all the way or not. I definitely want to have a nice swim in Black Lake on the way back, because it is hot and I'm sweating bullets here. And the lake is just perfect swimming temperature. Not too cold, not too warm, so it's gonna be fantastic. Some markers, but when I went the wrong way, those same markers were there, so I don't know the exact meaning of those. I wouldn't rely on them. Hey, we're done. Okay, thank you. All right. How's it going? It's far. It's more.
Yeah, there's another section.
Okay. Have a good. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. See, it's really, really not taken care of right here. Okay, there's a new one. Starting to see new peaks. All right. If you're gonna go down, you're gonna go back up at some point. So let's hope we level out here. Wow. Oh yeah, man, it is worth getting out of the forest and coming up here to the mountainous parts. Man, I mean, I've seen maybe 5 people since I left the forest there. No one's up here. They're all just around the lake at their restaurant eating pizza and stuff. But to each their own. Literally climbing through a pine tree right now. Okay. Oh man, this is what you hope for, you know? A sunny day in the Alps, the flowers in bloom, the peaks rising up out of a blue sky. Oh man, lucky day. Okay, so we're gonna go up that way, not that way. All right, so at the top of this thing, we're gonna have some major views of the other side of the ridge. But it can often be deceiving. It looks like it's like a 5-minute walk to the top of this little ridge, but most likely quite a bit longer. Oh yeah, I have a feeling there's a good view just over this rock. Woo! Wow! Oh, there's a little building there. I wonder what that is. A little camp or something? So, I'm just gonna mark this point on the map, on my map, so I just have some reference that in my brain, that's where that abandoned little house structure is. So I do that every 30 minutes or so that I know what's up, in case you never know what's going to happen up here. I mean, imagine if I break my ankle, or who knows, anything. So I definitely take precautions. I mean, I'm all alone, no phone service, so definitely take an extra couple minutes and just make a note so you're not screwed. So I've been looking for the perfect lunch spot for like 40 minutes now, and this is gonna have to be it. So there's just no shade at this time of day. You can see some people walking there, and you can see the trail going. They're coming back, but that goes all the way up there. I don't know if I'm gonna go further. I'm pretty happy with this, and gonna gonna eat my lunch, see how I feel.
Hi.
Hi there. One more hour? Far? 1 hour or more? Or
To cave?
yeah.
Maybe 1 hour.
Okay. Bye. So lunch is accomplished, sunblock applied, rehydrated, and I can see the trail going all the way down there, and then it's probably at least another hour to the cave. I'm pretty certain I'm not going to go all the way to the cave at this point. I could just turn around right now. I think I have at least a 2-hour hike back to the lake, and then another, 45 minutes back to my chalet. But it is tempting just to walk down here just a little bit. I do want to get swimming in that lake before it gets too chilly. So, and I think I see a little patch of snow there, which is unbelievable considering how hot it is. So I decided to head back there. Didn't really see the point of going another hour up and another hour down. I'm sure the views are great, but the ones I'm having now and I've already had are just spectacular enough. I want to get back down in time to have a nice swim before the sun gets too low. Get back to the chalet, have a nice beer, and just be happy with the amazing hike we've already had. So if you're in Zabrzelak or Durmitor National Park, do this hike. It's not super hard and it's just fantastic, even if you don't make it all the way to the ice cave. And it's also worth mentioning, like, I'm all alone here. Like, I'm pretty sure the people we just saw coming back are the last people on the mountain. It's already past 3 o'clock, so I'm literally on my own up here. So that definitely plays a role. If anything happens, I'm kind of screwed. So I'd rather start heading back and enjoy my night at the chalet rather than push into overdrive and really force myself to do something that, who knows, might not even be that much more spectacular than what we already have here, which is just really impressive. All right, I'll use my hands here, so put the camera away and we'll see you at the Black Lake for a nice cool down swim session. These views, just can't stop filming them. It's so nice up here. And it's also worth mentioning that sometimes the way back down, ironically, is more difficult in certain ways than going up. It's more of a balancing act. You're constantly trying not to topple over or slip out. Like on this stuff, you're having to go slow, whereas this part I just like charged right up it without having to worry about falling. But going down, it's got to be careful, like constantly. One slip out and that could be it, damage your leg or who knows. So taking it easy for sure. Don't want to have to hurry back before dark or anything like that. So this might be my favorite part of the hike. I mean, just look at that. This little valley with the tiny little house and the Alps in the background. Just a spectacular sight. Snail. Weird. All right, we're gonna be at Black Lake in just a few minutes to have a swim. We're coming up on 5 o'clock, so it was just about 2 hours up from Black Lake to where I stopped and 2 hours back down. I did take my time on the way down, and just enjoyed the mountains there. And man, my knees and calves are definitely speaking to me. But I was here yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, and I entered the park through a trail that was where local told me to go, and I didn't know you had to have a ticket to come in here. They're €5 for a ticket. And at the end of the day, I was swimming, hiking. At the end of the day, I saw a little green man, a park ranger. He was going around asking people for their tickets, and then he had like a credit card machine or something. It was like charging them money. I don't know if it was just the price of the ticket or he was fining them, but I had to like go off the trail to like avoid these guys and kind of hide from them. And today I was like, well, I'm definitely going to buy a ticket. So I came in the same way. I went by the restaurant and all that, all the tourist spots, and I was looking around for the ticket booth, and it must be by the parking lot because most people have cars. And it was going to be like I was going to add like another 20 minutes to my hike to go there, buy the ticket, come back, and I just didn't do it. So now that we're getting close to where I saw these guys at yesterday, the little green men, I have to keep my eyes out for them. If it's just the €5, I mean, I don't care, that's fine. That's totally fine with me. But this is like a money-hungry tourist town, and who knows what level of extortion they'll go to get money. What if it's like a $50 fine or something like that? So definitely don't want to find out. But just kind of weird that you can enter the park without even no sign of anything telling you need a ticket or even a place to buy a ticket. So nice thing to do after a big long hike, take a dip in an alpine lake with this view. Oh yeah. So I'm just drying off in the sun here and keeping my eyes open for these guys, but I'm gonna go for it. That's the visitor center, and just they have like seems like they stick around there. All right, coming up on the visitor center. There they are, the green men. I can see them sitting on that bench right there. So I'm gonna go down by this beach. So I just have to get along this coast. And get into that opening, and I'm free. Centaur. Getting close. Here we are, coming back into Zablak here. Oh, they got basketball courts. The next Nikola Jokic is training. He's actually Serbian, but they actually tried to take some credit for it here because his mother was Montenegrin or something. My chalet is up in those hills, so I gotta walk through town. Downtown Zablak. It's blowing up. Metbet. This town is super small, and I've seen 3 different betting places like this. I think you bet on sports. You got football, basketball, anything probably. So different. Lots of betting in Zablak. Almost home, but that is the view that we get to enjoy from Zablak. Very nice. There's a very nice football field here, soccer field for people here too, like really modern, like those basketball courts looked. But I get to go up that steep hill. That's how I've been ending my days every day in Zabzlak, so not home yet. Oh yeah, feel it burning. Really happy I didn't go to the ice cave right now. I'm completely shot. I think it's probably like past 6:30, so if I had done that, it would have been at least 2 hours more, so would have been dark when I got back, so screw that. There's that nice soccer field. Pretty sweet, and they use it every day. Good for them. There it is. Chalet. My chalet. Oh. Got some dinner going. Back on the pasta with no ventilation, so I have all the windows open. Hey, got some company too. They're everywhere you go. They're never very far. So going with the Nikshiko beer. I've had the dark version of this, but not the light. What is this, a lager? And it is a product of Montenegro, so I'm gonna give this a whirl. The dark one's really good, so. And this is the #1 beer in Montenegro. This is the one I see everyone buying. It's all over like the bar umbrellas. Let's see what we got here. Looks a little bit light, unfortunately, like a little bit too light. It's usually not a good sign for me, but just spilled all over the table there. Nice. Cheers to a great day in the mountains. It's not bad. Oh, that's good right now, after all that hiking.